The story centers on a seemingly perfect couple, Iris, played by Sophie Thatcher, and her boyfriend Josh, played by Jack Quaid. After meeting at a supermarket and instantly falling in love with one another, they've spent the better part of a year together. Things are going great, but now they have their biggest test yet, meeting Josh's friends. Heading up to a remote cabin in the wilderness, because of course, this is such an original setting in a thriller, the weekend gets off to an awkwardly frosty start as we meet a Russian guy called Sergei, his disgruntled partner Kat, and bubbly lovers Eli and Patrick. With the first half of the movie told from Iris' perspective, a twist throws everything up in the air, allowing for multiple perspectives to filter in after. This is very much one of those movies where you really need to go in blind before reaching the twist to get the most out of this. When something major is revealed, the story changes slightly, unveiling a deeper thread of motivation running through our characters as Iris finds her whole world come crashing down around her. What ensues from here is a classic Hunter vs. the Hunted plot, mixed in with revenge, deception, and vengeance, leading to a climactic final conflict inside the house. In the first of the movie's several twists, we learn that Iris is a companion robot, designed to be an emotional support bot that fucks, as Josh so crudely describes. These bots, including Iris, have an outline of memories which help to give an outline and a backstory. Josh and Iris' first meet was picked from a list of other meet cuties. They never met at the supermarket, not really. In reality, Josh just had a delivery brought over to his place. When the bot is delivered, Josh is told he needs to establish a love link with Iris. All of this is voice-activated, and there's even a slider to change Iris' intelligence. However, it's limited over how much. She can't do harm to humans or animals either, and also can't lie. Furthermore, factory reset is established by holding your thumb up to the back of the bot's ear. As we soon learn, Josh and Kat planned all of this to kill Sergei. Josh hacked into Iris' system and changed her aggression and self-defense protocols, along with allowing her to hurt humans too. The idea here was to let her kill Sergei after knowing that he'd try to have sex with her down at the lake. Kat was in on this too, fed up and disgruntled with being his trophy wife. She also knew that he was sitting on $12 million, which happens to be locked away in his safe. The idea was for Kat and Josh to split the money and then frame Iris for the murder, allowing everything to be wrapped up with a neat little bow. However, things don't turn out that way. After a load of shenanigans surrounding Iris and Patrick, including the reveal that Patrick is actually a robot too, Josh sits down with Iris while she's tied up and laments his life. Iris belittles him until Josh changes her intelligence down to 0%. Josh ends up torturing Iris too, and after burning her hand, Josh has her commit suicide. Josh concocts a story about how she was a jealous, possessive girlfriend when workers from Infidix show up. This is the company responsible for making these bots, and the two workers check her over but can't establish a link. Josh soon realizes, with horror, that everything a companion sees and hears is actually recorded. Even worse, Iris' CPU is in her chest, not her head, so his act of torturing and killing the robot could come back to bite him. However, we learn through the conversation between the two workers that murdering a bot appears to be a common occurrence, as these two aren't the least bit surprised. But what they didn't bank on was Patrick showing and killing the pair. Meanwhile, Iris awakens after being rebooted and tries to attack Patrick with a taser. When that doesn't work, she speaks plainly to him and admits the truth about Eli and how he's the one Patrick is destined to be with, not Josh. Having seen the truth, Patrick decides to kill himself. Back at the house, Iris is given true freedom after Teddy, one of the Infidix workers, grants her complete control of her own body and mind, a reward for saving him from the murderous rampage of Patrick. Iris approaches Jack with a gun and tells him that from this moment on, he doesn't belong to her. In the end, she kills him with a corkscrew. This is actually something that was foreshadowed earlier in the movie, with multiple characters using this corkscrew, so it's a nice way of bringing this back to the foreground again. After becoming a mass murderer, Iris packs up her stuff and decides to leave the house after killing Josh. She doesn't change her appearance, but she does take Sergei's car and it's the road. Presumably she's not going to get far because Infidix will likely be on the case, as will the police. She finds another Iris bot, who she waves at, before driving down the highway. Of course, we know that all Iris bots have their vision and hearing recorded, so this too is going to show up when Infotix look a bit deeper into this. The police are also likely to track down the sports car she's driving, and without any skin on her hand, revealing her metallic, skeletal frame, she'll soon be handed over to the authorities and rebooted back to factory settings. Yay for Iris, I guess.